Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine. It's Command and this is another Chelsea transfer news video for you guys, where I give you guys daily updates surrounding Chelsea news, reports, etc. And today I will speak about Declan Rice and the £45 million rated star from West Ham, and how Chelsea interested in potentially signing him as a centre-back, and his versatility. Going to be getting into reports and my thoughts and opinions on the potential signing. Going to be speaking about Lampard's comments on Pulisic regarding his potential and what he could bring to this Chelsea side for the next coming years, for the future and under the reign of Frank Lampard. Going to also be giving you guys the latest on Kai Havertz, what is going on around Kai Havertz and what's happening with the situation, giving you guys some exclusive news regarding Kai Havertz as well. But before I do get into it, make sure you hit the bell notification, subscribe, smash that like button, hit the bell notification, and comment down with your thoughts and opinions on each topic that I do speak about. But without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Now, starting off with the latest on Kai Havertz, the one that a lot of you guys would be interested in and want to hear. Now, obviously, the Bundesliga ended 2 days ago. It ended on Saturday, ended on the weekend, and Bayer Leverkusen did not achieve Champions League football. Now, this is a pivotal moment in negotiations, and the reason for this is Bayer Leverkusen wants to keep Kai Havertz for next year. At this moment in time, Kai Havertz's current contract ends in 2022, the summer of 2022, so it ends in exactly 2 years. Now, as a result, this is Bayer Leverkusen's last chance to command big mega money for his signature, and as a result, with Kai Havertz looking to leave this summer, it's looking unlikely that he won't be signing a contract extension with Bayer Leverkusen despite being offered one, and B, Bayer Leverkusen want to sell this summer if he isn't going to want to stay, because otherwise next summer his value will significantly reduce despite him being a top generational talent, because they can't command that much for a guy with 1 year left on his contract. So this summer is their last chance to command big money. Now, obviously, if they had any hope of securing Kai Havertz or keeping him for another extra summer, they had to secure Champions League football. Unfortunately, Bayer Leverkusen did not achieve Champions League football on the final day of the Bundesliga season. Borussia Mönchengladbach won, and they got the 3 points, meaning that Bayer Leverkusen finished in 5th place in Bundesliga and are in the Europa League for next season. They have not achieved Champions League football, and therefore it's now highly unlikely that Kai Havertz will be staying at Bayer Leverkusen. Plus, on top of that, his valuation could be a lot cheaper, which would suit suitors such as Chelsea, for example. Now, Chelsea, I told you guys a few days ago, we submitted a bid-in that was confirmed by reliable sources, Carefree Youth, and other reliable reporters regarding Chelsea and journalists. They report Chelsea have actually officially submitted a bid-in, and at the moment Bayer Leverkusen want to keep it quiet and under the carpet because they have an upcoming cup final for Bayer Leverkusen, and they want Havertz to be in the right frame of mind. They want Havertz to be fully focused, fully concentrated for their final, and then they can discuss a potential transfer away from Leverkusen after their cup final. So that's why at the moment things are quite quiet. But what I am hearing is, like I said, the bid has been accepted, and not accepted, the bid has been submitted. We are in advanced negotiations. He is keen on Chelsea, he's interested, he's intrigued by the Premier League, would like to come to Chelsea. But what we need to understand is the Real Madrid have also submitted a bid. It's, as far as I'm aware, it's not as big as Chelsea. Chelsea have submitted a greater bid compared to Real Madrid, but with the low of Real Madrid, it will play and toy with Havertz's head. But from my understanding, Bayern Munich, like I said, they may have to wait another summer because their priorities are Leroy Sané and a potential right back, and they haven't got all the funds, especially with COVID-19 impacted. They want to try and sign next summer, so it leaves Chelsea in a very strong position, especially if Leverkusen not signing, getting Champions League football. Like I said, the only issue with this though is obviously Ross Barkley. Now, obviously, if Kai Havertz signs, that means one player or at least two players will have to leave Chelsea because we're stacked in that department. And obviously, Frank Lampard is a big fan of Ross Barkley. Secondly, what I want to speak about is Ross Barkley's recent performances. Before lockdown, he was terrific, and since lockdown, he's been really, really good. Made an impact substitution against Aston Villa, was really good against Man City when he came on and started, and he was really good against Leicester yesterday, getting the winning goal for us, a great volley. His decision making has been poor, but he has worked well on the Lampard, and potentially could Ross Barkley's purple patch affect a potential Kai Havertz deal? Personally, I think it should not. That would annoy me a lot if we kept Ross Barkley of Havertz, because Havertz is a generational talent, and Barkley's been here for nearly 3 seasons. And what has he done to essentially, imply to Chelsea fans that he is our future? I think that a good form here and there is not good enough. It simply isn't good enough, and I think that we need to be selling Barkley, and I think that Kai Havertz should still be the priority in my personal opinion. But what do you guys think? That is the latest news on Kai Havertz. What do you guys think? Do you think Kai Havertz would be a top signing for Chelsea? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. But getting to the second part, I want to talk about Lampard's comments on Christian Pulisic. Now, obviously, after the Man City game, after Pulisic's terrific performance, getting the opener and nearly should have had that off the goal line clearance, should have had 2 goals. Scored against Aston Villa. He has been magnificent since his return and from injury. And Frank Lampard, via Telegraph Football, these are his quotes. He said that Pulisic has the ability to emulate the Raheem Sterlings, who are now producing numbers from wide areas, and the Mo Salahs and Manes. It's important that he understands what is needed to do that, because he certainly has a talent to do that. Now, like I said, Pulisic is a top player. He's got a lot of potential. He's America's star boy, and I think that he is worthy of that number 10 shirt for next season. I think that, he's proven it this season. He's been out of injury for 6 months. All right, we had the, albeit we had the, the COVID-19 situation, but he was out for a significant period of time, and I think he's really shown and proved to us why he is worthy of that number 10 shirt. I like his attributes. We saw him against Leicester, the impact that he had, his dribbling, his agility, the way he can operate in those tight spaces, so press resistant. Operation in between the lines, a defensive shape and a midfield shape. Fantastic finishing. His finishing is improving. I've noticed that he's worked on his finishing, and he could become like like Lampard said, emulate the Sterlings, because he could become a goal poach. The finishing, the agility, the passing. He has world-class potential. There is no question about that, and there's a reason why we splashed that amount of money on him. His development of Dortmund was really, really good. I was really impressed with his development of Dortmund, and he's really turning into a world-class winger for us. I'm really excited to see how Pulisic can develop and become that top player, in my personal opinion. But what do you guys think? Are you excited to see Christian Pulisic development at Chelsea? And I kind of think that not signing Sancho is a blessing in disguise. I think Havertz is more suited to us. With the way that Frank Lampard is using this new formation with the 2 attacking 8s, Havertz will complement that beautifully. Pulisic's magnificent on the left-hand side. You've got Callum Hudson-Odoi's competition, our other star boy. We've got Ziyech coming in as well. Havertz can play on the wing. We've got Giroud, Tam Abraham. We've got Werner, who can also play on the wing. So we have plenty of options in the forward department. I think that Pulisic is going to be a massive player for us in the future. But like I said, leave me your thoughts opinions in the comments below. I really want to hear what you guys think. So leave me your thoughts opinions in the comment section below. But getting into the final story, that is regarding Declan Rice. Now, it was reported by The Sun, but hear me out on this. They basically said that Chelsea want Declan Rice to lead the defensive line next season, and are growing confident that they will wrap up a deal to sign the West Ham star this summer. Now, it was reported by The Sun, and as we know, Sun are notorious for not being too reliable, spouting a lot of unnecessary BS, if that makes sense. But it's the reporter that caught my attention, and the reporter was Duncan Wright. Duncan Wright, quite a reliable journalist. Now, he does write for The Sun, but he has got a lot of Chelsea stories right. He's got a lot of exclusives right regarding Sancho. He was the first one to break the Christian Pulisic news at Chelsea at the time, and regarding Kai Havertz as well. Now, obviously he's reliable, and he stated that obviously Chelsea want Declan Rice. Now, what I have heard is that Lampard is a massive fan of Declan Rice. Chelsea hierarchy aren't too keen, but if the price was right, they would be open to sign Declan Rice. Obviously, we did release him. He was part of our academy many years ago, but he has been good for West Ham this season. You can speak to West Ham fans about that, and he's predominantly that deep line playmaker, the bottom of that midfield 3 for West Ham United, but he can play centre-back. Recently for West Ham, he's played centre-back, and Lampard wants him in our centre-back overhaul. Now, obviously the price that is quoted is around £45 million. I think for this price, it'll be good. Now, would I want it for my midfield? Of course not. I think Jorginho is 10 times a player. We have a world-class midfield. We don't need Rice. But when it comes to centre-back, I like his physique. He's tall, he's strong, he's got a good reading of the game, he's improving. He's still only 21, 22 that can develop into a top player. I think, he's very tall, so he's good aerially. He's very good at passing. His passing range is underrated, so he can be that really strong ball-playing centre-back. Like I said, physical, strong, Premier League experience, already in London, so he doesn't have to adapt or adjust. And I think that he wouldn't be a bad idea. Would he be my first choice centre-back? By no means, not at all. But I wouldn't be against the signing. I think that he'd be a decent player for us and become a top centre-back. And I think that pairing him alongside a Christensen or a Rudiger, or a Kurt Zouma, or whoever, would be a great partnership. Obviously, if Declan Rice did come for our centre-back department, that means one of our centre-backs would have to be sold, because you can't be having 5 centre-backs in that position. But like I said, for the price quoted of £40 to £45 million, I think that would be a really good price. Plus, West Ham are in a relegation zone, so if West Ham did get relegated, then obviously his price would be a lot cheaper. West Ham want around £60 million. There's no way the Chelsea hierarchy or the boardroom would pay anywhere near or close to that fee. But if his price is reduced, I'll be all for it. Like I said, it wouldn't be my first choice, but I would be for the signing. But leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Would you take Declan Rice at Chelsea? Would you take him at midfield or at the centre-back position? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But if you did enjoy this video, to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and I will see you guys for my next video. Peace.